there anything in here that we can lose by any chance? Oh, that's just a way out. Save. So, as for what we want to do next, do we have the Power of Reginald active right now? We don't. I mean, we have a well-read boat? What does well-read do? Is that bonus experience? It looks kind of like the experience sign. Huh. So I suppose that's what we got from interacting with our bookcase back home. But I was gonna say, while we're over here, we might as well just take a quick look over at Reginald, and I'm trying to remember where he is. He's like here, isn't he? Can also get more buffs by sleeping. Okay. Yeah, so we passed on that when we were over there, or at least I saw the message right as we were on our way out. That is something we could consider doing in the future.
Keep calm. Start no pros. Out of my way.
I believe it's right through here somewhere. Is it? Not quite. It's in this sort of narrow hallway. I just never remember exactly how to access it. But yeah, I was thinking we might as well just do Reginald while we're here because it's so close by. But admittedly, that was based on the assumption that we knew where exactly to go to get it. Other side, over here.
Sir Geralt of Rivia, 3 cheers for the tourney's victor. Hip hip hooray!
Thank you. Where's the entrance though? Not here. Tell you that much. I mean, it's not crucially important. We don't have to do it. Where does this go? Loops back around. Yeah. I don't think we've done much running around the city at night. Because admittedly probably thrown me a little bit for a loop here, but yeah, like I said, I mean it's not that big of a deal. We can go on without it. It's where we thought it was initially, but the entrance is next to the pub marker. Okay. Alright, we might as well stop by in that case. So, double check that we're headed back in the right direction here. Okay, yeah. Back through here. We went through that narrow passageway to escape this side of town. Is it through here? Yeah. I like the lanterns. That's cool. So it's through here. And the entrance is by the pub, you say. Where is the pub? I mean, there's barrels out here.
You best behave, friend. Your rainbow clears.
The light. We have to go around this way.
Ooh.
Even down here? Ah, yes, here's the pub. Okay.
Reginald Aubrey has returned. Not to be
Here it
missed
is.
by your king.
This little pathway with the staircase on it. Okay. Let's pay him a little visit. Make sure no one's looking.
I'm actually doing this.
Then we head on our way. Alright. So yeah, you know, we'll get the Reginald buff. And we'll try to make a point of picking up the sleeping buff next time we're over at home. But I think now we're just looking to make our way over to a fast travel spot. And in order to get to, well, where? This might be our lowest level remaining quest, that 37 one. Actually, we have, well, then we have the Wine Wars, but we're saying we want to go to the third party location before we do that. So maybe, what level was the Yeah, the other location for the Wine Wars was quite a bit higher, 5 levels higher, in fact. So I think maybe for that reason, take a look at Father Knows Worst first. And where is this guy? Oh, fairly remote. We have not really been over. Well, we were at this hidden treasure. But this was where we were looking around previously, in fact. So I think we were thinking of heading over to this guy eventually. And then we got sidetracked and encumbered and what have you. But question is, which fast travel spot is the closest? Because we don't really have a great option. It is basically equidistant between the Fort Astra Rudens and the Beauclair Palace. Finish No Place Like Home. Is that around here? Let's see. Isn't that the Corvo Bianco one? I thought we did. Oh, we still need to talk to the Major Domo. Gotcha. I did not realize we still needed to do that. Okay. Yeah. Why don't we in that case? Then we can head back over to get the sleeping buff while we're at it. That makes sense. I thought we were all set. Okay. So. Let's head on back. I assume he's in the main house, if you will. Does appear to be the case. There he is. Alright, there are other things we could make a point of putting up here. Oh, there's more weapon racks down here. Ooh, we also meant to sell that Toussaint Knight sword for like the second or third time. But hold on. While we're here, we might as well break out some of... I wish we could display the spade shovel. But definitely Iris. Dahlia, I think. Chalmers' sword, I think makes sense. And if we could put that with Croc's sword as well, that'd be pretty sweet. Let's do that. This is trophy, not weapon, right? Another armor stand over there as well? Okay, so let's go Iris on this one. Is this a single weapon here? No, that can be two. It's not really sure there's a weapon that goes particularly well with Iris. Let's not put Hjalmar's sword there. Then we can put something up here. I think we go with that. Siri, maybe, and then, I mean, we don't really know what these look like, right? But Enro, Maiden, Merchant, Beauclair. And if we're going with a person, with that one, I feel like we should have another person here, although not sure how much I like Siri plus Emir. Feels like, you know, we're going very strong on the Nilfgaard vibes, which I don't necessarily support. But, anyways, let's talk to the Major Domo.
Renovations coming along all right?
I am delighted to inform you we have completed our labors. You can now devote yourself to enjoying the vineyard's delights to the fullest. You must forgive me my temerity, sir, but I thought, with all the work on Corvo Bianco completed, and with the estate looking more beautiful than ever, it might be appropriate to commemorate the moment.
Oh? Sure. Party it up?
Sure, why not?
During the tidying that preceded the renovations, I came across a bottle of Sapramento, the 1250 vintage.
Oh, the best.
I cannot say by what miracle it survived, but it is here. And we've course to open it today.
That was the Gwent nod.
And then he ran straight into the crowd, burning bouquet in hand. All thought it a part of the performance, so they only laughed, even when the decor began to catch fire. It was not until the flames engulfed Baron Mahevkin's beard that folk began to realize something was amiss and went to put out the fires.
Sounds like Monsieur Bolius and Madame Nina threw some first-rate balls here.
It was so. In this regard, Baron Rossel was decidedly more reserved.
So tell me, Barnabas Basil, what's the wine situation like here? Am I going to produce any this year?
This year is out, I fear, sir. Last autumn, a fungus destroyed all the vines.
Darn.
Baron Rossel had new ones planted, but it
There
will be
goes the
some
plan.
time before they start.
Of retiring on the
Assuming
vineyard.
that is, the fungus does not reappear.
That'd be bad. This Sacramento got me dreaming. It's amazing.
Isn't it, though? Allow me to top you off, sir. There.
Thanks.
Mission accomplished. No place like home. Now he's snoozing out here. Oh. Can loot our own house and learn about its history. Corvo Bianco's origins have been lost to the mists of time. We've only a bare legend about the vineyard being founded by the owner of the Pomerol estate's son, who had been disinherited and exiled with only a Cavannery sapling to his name. The modern history of Corvo Bianco begins with Master Bolius, who settled in the vineyard in his elder years. As a young man, Bolius had headed a division of sappers which fought in the far north. For his service, he was made a noble and awarded a great deal of coin. He took to rebuilding Corvo Bianco with great zeal, dedicated the most energy to planting a beautiful garden for his wife, thus starting to craze the use of herbs which swept Toussaint at the time. After his wife, Bolius' second love was the olive tree, which is why he planted a great many of them all over Corvo Bianco. When Bolius' wife died, life lost its savor for him, and he began to think constantly about death. He sold his estate to Count Crespi, and the very day he signed the last piece of paperwork, he died. Yeah, I'm actually not sure we've done that much to explore the grounds in full. Other weapon rack over here. Do we have a weapon here? Oh, we do. Okay, so we have used these. But, this is presumably new. And the other thing I was thinking of is, depending on just how many weapon racks we have, we could deliberately put down our Witcher swords there. I'm not sure we're gonna have enough for that, though. Because we do have a lot of those. So, you know, at some point in time, do we have any upstairs? We could potentially do a more full-fledged home remodeling, or, I mean, we've done that with the quest, right? But I mean, like, deliberately trying to put things exactly where we want to put them and what have you. Is this the bed we sleep in? No, it's the one downstairs, right? So this is basically the guest room. In the guest room, let's put... I don't know. I think we have far more paintings than we do locations to put the paintings. Maybe we put Beauclair up here. I don't know. But yeah, like, you know, I was talking about deliberately putting Dalmer's sword next to Croc's sword. That's something we could deliberately do. Seeing what other swords we want to put in other locations, potentially deliberately pairing them up with swords that are thematically similar. This was our Flaming Rose armor set, which has a good chest plate and gloves, but then just has more or less random pants and boots. So that's something we could definitely work on. I think we do have at least one more armor rack as well. So improvements could be made. It's not perfect yet. But that may be something that at some point in time we just put a little bit of time into making it a little more homey. And then we rip out all the flowers as well. Yeah, you know, they'll grow back, I'm sure. Okay, so now now let's deliberately head over to... Not that. It's the other 37 quests we were talking about previously. Here. Father Knows Worse. We're just talking to the guy who issued the contract, and it was one day while strolling through Beauclair's bustling streets, Geralt spotted a notice. Someone was in need of an escort as they wished to penetrate a cave. The task seemed none too complicated or taxing, so the Witcher concluded it would be unwise to let it pass. So, and we were saying earlier how there isn't really a great answer in terms of where we fast travel to. Trying to think of, like, if we go Beauclair Palace, then in theory we could hit this question mark on the way over, which is maybe worth doing. Whereas we were in this area more recently, and so I think we've done most of the things over here, but there were definitely a few things a little bit further north that we are planning on doing soon. But maybe we save those for future occasion, because I think there was still another quest that was going to take us back in this direction. So perhaps we go Beauclair Palace for now, and we'll walk it from there. The sleeping. I did forget. Let us get some rest. I mean, it's nighttime as well. Yeah, I even mentioned the bed upstairs. I was like, oh, yeah, we should head downstairs to do the sleeping, and then proceeded not to do that. Is this the room? I think it is. Can we do it? Huh? There we go. Hold on. There we go. No, I'm not trying to place items in our inventory here. Don't need a messy bed. Okay. Interesting. Bed level. What? Royal. Duration 2 hours. Maximum vitality increased by 1,000 points. That's nice. Library. Bonus to experience gained during battle. Okay, yeah, that is the symbol we saw previously, and that was what I suspected it was going to be. Alchemy Laboratory. Bombs and potions gain additional charge. That would be helpful on occasion. We don't rely too heavily on those based on our build setup, but every once in a while that might be useful. Then the stables. Roach's stamina increased by 100%. Wow. That would be fantastic for races, right? Just casually double Roach's stamina. So if we rest for any duration, we get all these? Is that how this works? So all of them are lighting up even if we just rest for 1 hour. Because at first, we got the library just from reading stuff. And these... I would have thought that just the bed level is the one that since we're sleeping, is the one that's getting activated here. The library we seem to get from doing the reading. Didn't see if there's anything to interact with at the stable, but that would, I would think, be the place where we'd get the bonus for Roach. But anyways, one step at a time here. We will proceed to sleep for half an hour. Is that enough? Well-rested Roach, well-rested us, yes. And we're well-read too. Okay, we lost Reginald. Is there a limit to how many buffs we can have simultaneously? Because we did also have the armor active, and we did have Reginald active, but maybe by sleeping, you know, enough time passed that those went away. No, we can have 5 buffs. I think we just timed out Reginald by sleeping. It's unfortunate, but I think, you know, there's only so many things we can have simultaneously, realistically, if we're gonna be hopping back and forth from one place to the other. When you meditate sleep, it all goes away. Okay, gotcha. So now let's head over to Beauclair. Yeah, so in theory, the way to go in that case is to, we haven't actually done much of anything directly at the palace, besides that one main quest that is running around the garden courtyard area. But, yeah, so in theory, the order of operations would be sleep at home, and then head over to Reginald, get the bonus from him, because then he can, in theory, get everything. And like I said, we zoomed through some of this area previously, but there are definitely some places, perhaps even large places that we've not been to at all. So, might poke around a little bit here. Whenever it seems like we might be finding a new and interesting spot. Actually go to the greenhouse again and find something there. Is that the greenhouse we were just in? Didn't it just give us a little info a second ago when we first started walking over here? Or is that the place where we ran into Detlov previously? It does also look like there's more than one greenhouse, yes. Okay, so not that greenhouse, but a different greenhouse. Is it the one where we ran into Detlov previously and Regis? In which case, where was that one? Is it actually down here? The Guardian? No, not there by the Gardens. I don't think. That's where we started. Then we had to run around a bit, and was it this? Yeah, I asked that question as if I knew where that location was, except I didn't. So it doesn't really help me in hindsight, now that I think about it. Like, is this the spot that we marked, the place where we are in theory looking to go? Possibly. Hopefully. Maybe. If not, then we'll check it out.
Long live Duchess Anna Henrietta!
Does this place look familiar at all? Yeah, this is the spot where we met up with the Duchess when we were doing our scavenger hunt. Is it this? This kind of looks like it. Might be a different one. Yeah, this is quite small, comparatively speaking. See if there's anything in here while we're over here. Doesn't really look like it, though. I think it's the one east of the fast travel spot. This here. East of the Palace Gardens. I mean, we'll check it out. When we were here previously, we were kind of rushing around, you know, trying to prevent our friend from dying. So we might have had some time to loot some stuffs, but I think it's not a bad idea to just spend a little more time here when we're not super pressed to rush into things. We technically may not have actually been timed for that, but it was strongly implied that we were supposed to rush. And by strongly implied, I mean it was outright stated numerous times.
For only my spirit is willing as my flesh is weak.
Yeah, okay, so let's check this one out. Let's see.
A nap. Now that sounds lovely.
Okay. Ah, I see something here. I think this is our spot. The mask. Oh. Okay, so yeah, this is not actually... Did we see Detlov here, or just... Like, this is not where we fought Detlov briefly, because that room was much bigger than this. But then he started running away and we had to chase him, right? And then where we ultimately ended up chasing him is where we actually fought him. Can we wear this mask? Is my next question. The fact that it is not showing up on this screen is making me think the answer could be no, but what about if we swap out torches for something else? Does it show up elsewhere? Needed to complete a quest? Oh, we can. we can. We cannot wear that and the glasses simultaneously. It's very unfortunate. This just does not match at all with our gear at the moment. I mean, well, like, maybe kind of in the way that it contrasts significantly. But I feel like we need to wear something that's much lighter in color.
For only my spirit is willing as my flesh
I don't know.
is weak.
I don't know how I feel about it with our current setup right now. We'll rock it for the moment, but I feel like it might be more of a future occasion type of thing where we have armor that is not like black or dark gray. Yeah, also that. Perhaps another reason to change it. I was a big fan of the glasses, so it's got to be pretty good to top that, I think. You know, we'll run around with this for a little bit just because we picked them up now, but I think my preference probably will be to go back to the glasses eventually. Go the studious Geralt's route. Okay. So, I believe we are now headed out of the palace grounds, yeah. There is a pathway over here, which we could proceed to follow, or we can just go off the beaten path a little bit. Lots of cats purring. Yeah, sometimes we do get some things. It really looked like there was something on the path there, but the lighting of the trees is playing tricks on me. But yeah, sometimes there are things that specifically happen on the pathways, and then sometimes, of course, there are things that happen off the pathways. It does mean you gotta do a little bit of both sometimes. Let's see, to the right is the quote-unquote correct direction. Right, well, kind of, sort of, not really, actually. Because left will then curve back up north, and that's ultimately where we want to go. So, we actually are looking to go this way for the time being. So yeah, we'll stick to the path for now. But, at some point in time, we probably should make an effort to deviate a bit and just see if there's anything more out in the wilderness. Was that something crest? Is that the question mark over there to the left? It might be. It could be a bandit camp or an abandoned site, because it looks like there would, in theory, be some people here under normal circumstances. There are definitely people here now. I'm just not sure if they are friendly or not so friendly. Winter's contract. Huh? What is that? Help of Winter clear a cave of monsters. What? We seen that before? Is this our first time getting this type of marker? Are we technically supposed to know that these markers exist at this point in time, or is this something that we are kind of doing a little too soon? If that is the case, then we can double back a little bit and just head straight over to this question mark here, or go to this question mark. It's okay? Okay. Can we grab some things from you real quick? There is a cave right here. Is that a person crushed by that bag? That's very strange. Care to explain yourselves? Why do you have this very heavy thing on top of this person who appears to perhaps be dead because you did that? That's not cool. Oh, Fauna of the Northern Realms, Volume 2. Got a bestiary entry for this. Bears dwell in the wilderness of the north, in its high mountain regions, and in areas dripped with the eternal frost. These animals can even be found where the human eye sees nothing but ice and snow. They are skilled omnivorous hunters and gatherers, always able to find nourishment of some sort, even in the most hostile conditions. Bears are best avoided. While they are not usually aggressive, it is always a good policy to stay out of the way of any massive and fast-moving animals, in particular ones equipped with sharp claws and teeth. Okay. Picking up more junk to replace all the junk that we sold a while back. Yeah, the entrance is right there. Okay. So let's chat with these guys and see what this is all about. Is there a specific person we're supposed to chat with, or do we just hop right in and it doesn't really matter? I thought I saw somebody whose name was Helper. Oh, that is a worker. They are still alive? Question mark? They're not just environmental stuffs? Okay. Yeah, we might just go straight in. No, okay, we can chat with you.
A witch? The very one the Duchessa summoned.
Guilty as charged. And you gotta be someone who wants something from me.
It's like you read my mind. You see, those caves are like cellars the gods carved out for their own stores. Spacious, dry.
Just some monster lives inside him.
A soothsayer. Gods be kelted, a soothsayer. So, will you help?
Well, let's talk price first.
Might help, might not. Depends on whether we can agree on a fee.
Sorry, that was me slamming my cup of tea on the table. My apologies. So, your price. Let's see. It starts at 200 and goes up to 290 at most. I mean, that's not really a huge difference. So, I mean, we're saying recently that we'd like to try to make more of an effort to push the limit here a bit. So, I mean, we'll try going, maybe that's a little much, but like this.
Well, nearly there.
I'm surprised he is not more taken aback by our offer, given how high that was.
Well, nearly there.
Although nearly there might be a little bit misleading.
Good.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
so be it.
Decent price, I suppose. All things considered. We'll take care of it.
Sure, I'll see to it. For the sizable reward I foresee you giving me.
New quest for it. It did seem like, based on the description that we had for the quest we were going to follow, that this is going to be very similar in nature to that quest. Let's see. What level is this, out of curiosity? Is it this one? Oh, 43. Wow. It's up there. It's up there. I am curious to see if the other one that we were about to head over to is basically the same thing. That might have been more the official introduction to this. Let's see. How far away are we from that? Thought we got a fast travel spot here. Because if we did, then it would not be a terrible idea to just fast travel back to this place when we felt like we were, you know, a better place to do this one. So I do wonder if maybe we save this for a later occasion. And there is another question mark here, which could be another one of these. It could be, this looks more like a village that could be an abandoned site of some variety. I'm kind of leaning that way, although it would certainly be a lot more convenient to do that if there were a fast travel spot around here, which, although we got the little notification saying that there's a name for this area, we did not actually get a fast travel spot, I don't think. Not seeing one, at least, so I'll poke around a little bit here. Yeah, we don't really have to do it now. I'm thinking it might be best for us to come back to this one a little bit later. So these on the higher level end of things.
What can I do?
But it just would be much easier to do that if there were a convenient fast travel spot right nearby, and we might get one of those if we head over to this other area. It's not far away that has the other question mark. Let's try that. Let's save as well. Let's just see what comes of this? This could be a monster's nest based on that. That sounds like a bunch of harpies. Could also be abandoned site, I suppose. Oh? Okay, so we do get a marker here. That's good. That makes it much easier to come back. Then, what is the deal with the harpies? What level up there? 44. Wow. Okay, that's pretty nasty. We're 43 right now, I think. They're actually higher level than us. A little slow on that. Are you dead? You are dead. The other thing that I'm realizing that, you know, we've talked about doing for forever now, but we've not yet done, is that, yes, we do have the ability to level up. It is a monster nest, okay. We have the ability to level up, although we've deliberately not done so yet, because we're planning on resetting our skill tree and speccing into the new mutagen stuff. Still managed to hit us. Okay, was that the last of them? It might have been. Can we destroy the monster nest now? Also, it's apparently higher up. Is it up on the rooftop?
Harpies got their
It
nest
is.
here.
That's actually a person, though. This is the nest. There are notes here as well that I would like to read as soon as we are no longer standing directly on top of that. Okay. Are there going to be any additional harpies popping up? Or are we good here? We may be good here. Looted that dude. We did not actually loot the harpies that we took down. Yeah, that's a good reference point, I think. In that we've not fought many enemies in the 40s, or, well, we fought several that are in the low 40s, I think, but as you start to approach the mid 40s, like 44, then that starts to get pretty high up there. We move this stuff? No? Doesn't look like it. It's locked anyway. Okay, that's possibly even a different name for this place. You are not lootable. Can't go in there. And then round back, there is still some sign of something over there. Well, that might be the interior of the cave that those people were trying to get us to clear out. Anything here? I think I do see something. Person who is not lootable. This is lootable, though. Mostly junk. That's not, though. Nor is that. Okay, let's just check this up here real quick. Thought I saw a big shiny chest over here-ish. Hold on. It's actually quite bad. Okay. I believe that's just about everything, unless we, like, even try to do this, which may not lead to anything, but we can do it, so give it a look. Actually, wow, the roof casually gets attached onto the ground there. Benefits of building your house into the cliffside. You can walk on the roof very easily. Okay, but that gives us a fast travel spot around here, which is very nice, because like we were saying before, there really wasn't anything in between that fort and Beauclair Palace. So this is a much better spot to, say, come back to that entrance, and would have been the go-to place to go to this spot as well. But let's try getting to this question mark along the way, see what that's all about, and then we'll head over there. Yeah, the note. Good points. Let's read that. See if that tells us anything interesting. and see if we can find... Well, find it. This isn't it, is it? We read this? I don't know. Looking for things that are not grayed out. But the list of things is quite long. Eventually, we may or may not find it. I did not find it. Oh, is this it? Map of Old Toussaint? Is that it? I don't know. I thought it said person's name note, right? Almost at the top. Should we gloss over it? And so it is now grayed out? That would be unfortunate if that were the case. Oh, I think I see it. This. Yes, here we go. So Samuel Ide? We'll say Ide's notes. Father's hounding me to do some chores again. All his nagging, I shall never finish my ingenious mechanism. At least Mumsy supports me and lent me her mirror. Along with the 2 others I bought with my savings, I will be able to test whether the device I've invented will indeed work. Bought mirrors. That makes me nervous. You know why. But first I shall sum up the beginning of my tale. The benefit of any who happen upon it only at this moment. How convenient! My dearest love, Allige Elise, Algie, dwells with her family at an estate snuggled in a valley so deep that between September and March, the sun is continually hidden behind the abutting slopes. All the residents of this settlement must live in constant twilight and darkness for these long months. Yet soon, this perennial torture will be but a dark memory. My invention is brilliant in its simplicity. Atop one of the nearby mountains, I shall install a system of mirrors to reflect the rays of the sun toward her manor. That's it! Never mind the fact that I'll set it on fire. Haha! It was worth it. All those long nights spent at the Imperial Academy Library during my studies, perfecting my skills in arithmetic and alchemy. I'd like to test my discovery today. Father keeps shouting that my contraption will only attract a few feeble-minded magpies to doo-doo all over our abode, or even worse, bring in a flock of harpies. You don't say. But he's always got a problem with everything. I'll wait until he leaves for town, then I'll set up my mirrors in a flash. We know the harpies came, but, shining mirrors at wooden structures, generally not a great idea, I don't think.